not saying that whatsoever. Just skip over that line.
This is for commanders. Don't go in here. That's all.
Yeah, just read over it. Only Captain Plus or Navy LT are allowed access inside. Failure to listen to those rules will result in punishment. So yeah,
Possible ban.
yeah, just we'll just skip over to use the radar because most of the time they're not even gonna be reading. They're just gonna be listening to your voice. But yeah, I recommend just skipping over that because you don't want them to run in there. Uh, yeah, and yeah, no one can grant it permission to enter, no exceptions. So yeah, pretty simple for that. Then the debrief. You want to bring them over here to the debrief, just like before I said. You want to line them up in the army line right here. So you would, tell them the same thing. This is where they would follow the debrief etiquette and all that. You can explain to them real quick what debrief is for. This is where they will be hosting missions for like occupations, strongholds, wars, whatever, etc. All that type of stuff. But yeah, you would tell them they have to line up in the army line, and they only show up here when they see in chat advert all US to debrief and all that. Then you bring them over here to the HQ roof entrance. You don't have to bring them up there. Some people do, but I don't really recommend it. US SOCOM debriefs up there. That's what you can explain. You can just tell them if they ever need to get to the roof. This is the staircase
It's a
for it.
roof, and it's just a roof.
Yep, exactly. Next thing, you would bring them over here to the barracks. First thing you would do is bring them inside the US Army barracks. You would bring them over here.
Tell them don't go in any other barrack.
Yeah, you can tell them that, but you're not gonna end off here. Some people get people whitelisted here, but I recommend getting them whitelisted towards the end. I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, basically it's pretty simple. Go over to the ranks, tell them that they're gonna be promoted to PV2 once they are completed with the trainings and all that. Tell them to respect these officers, these old officer ranks and all that. And tell them to salute them whenever you see them. There's only you can go into more detail, like I said earlier. Say there's only one commander per branch, all that. And then right here you explain, this is not updated yet. Once this gets updated, you don't really have to read over this because Hill's not the commander currently. So yeah, from there, don't get them whitelisted right now. What you're gonna do is actually bring them out, and you're gonna walk around the barracks.
It's an obstacle course shooting range.
Oh, yeah.
Still another debrief.
Yeah, exactly. You can explain to them these are all the different barracks. You can go show them the different door, like the names above them. Tell them not to enter them unless they're doing tryouts for that particular branch or whatever. You can bring them here to the branch. What the fuck? All right. Randall David. Alright, so yeah, you would bring them here. You would tell them to, this is the branch debrief. This is like a private debrief, basically. This can be hosted, this can be claimed by one or two,
one branches or when two are working together, usually.
Exactly, yeah. Just go over that. Pretty simple. You'll tell them they will line up here, whenever they see that. Tell them in chat some things. If someone says BDB, that stands for branch debrief, or if it says in chat old US Army to branch debrief, they would show up here. So yeah, pretty simple for that. Then you would bring them over here. This is basically the last part for the
Are we gonna tell them about the tree that your KOS on?
I mean, you can, but you don't really have to worry about that too much.
That was a weird part of my training. Like, you go to the tree, you die.
Don't do that. So yeah, U.S. obstacle course. You don't have to make them run them. It's not really a requirement. You can just show them. But if you want to have a little fun with them, I've seen some people do it. They just have a little fun, but I don't. It just takes too much time because they're gonna. I've seen a lot of PV2s. They just want to get it perfectly, so they keep trying over and over, which takes too long. But yeah, just show them that real quick, and then bring them over here to the shooting range. You can show them this is the U.S. shooting range. Again, it can be claimed and all that. Same thing with the obstacle course. You can tell them they can come here afterwards, test out their customization on their weapons and all that, and they can, shoot out and test all the stuff, just like this dude is doing right there. All right. Then this is where you would get them whitelisted. So you would bring over here, bring over against this wall, and from here, this is what you can do. So tab out real quick in TeamSpeak. I'm gonna give you a few documents you're gonna need. Let me get this up real quick.
Practice your aim.
Is it this manual?
I'll give you a manual in a second, but the most important thing, you're gonna have to bookmark this. Bookmark everything I give you here. This is gonna be the most important doc here. This is the trainer form. So every time you fill out, train someone, for every single recruit, you need to do this separately. For every single recruit, you're gonna fill this out right here. This makes sure you actually get counted for the people you've been trained, of course. So you're gonna make sure you always get this done. So it's pretty simple. You just put in your email address. If you don't want to use yours, just go ahead and make another one if you like, but it doesn't really matter. Everyone uses their own. You would select your trainer rank, which would be TRR. You would put your name, nothing in there, just put your straight name. I'm gonna put on the documents can be just a 1P, so don't put MP, staff sergeant or whatever. Just put
Oh, yeah,
straight
yeah.
up 1. All right. Then you put the recruits faction. If you were training on US side, of course you put US. And then you put the recruit's name. Same thing, just put their name and not their branch and their rank or whatever. You don't have to do that. And then you get their Steam ID. Do you know how to get their Steam ID within game?
Usually I just ask them for it.
This is what you do. This is what you gotta do. So when you click tab, click on yourself. You'll be the first thing when you click on tab in game. When you click on yourself, you'll see right there where it says Steam ID. You see what I'm talking about? When you click tab and right underneath your name, you'll say Steam ID. When you open up the tab menu to show all the players.
Yeah, that actually doesn't show up for me. I've been trying that. It doesn't work for me.